Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning and welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Victor Hathcote and I'll be hosting today. Let's get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Our high today is going to be 88, the low tonight will be 75. The wind's coming out of the east, 8 to 13, dropping down to 5 to 10. Our tide chart shows that today we're going to have a good tide. Low tide will be in this afternoon, and the tide chart is brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Homes. Let's take a break and we'll get back. Welcome back. Proving once again that good help is hard to find. Coach notified us the other day that he was going to be out of town and asked if my fishing buddy Terry Kendall and I would take the show, and we'd be, of course, glad to do it every time we get the chance. So today we thought we'd just start out by recapping some of the things that we've done this year. Some good, some bad, some fussy. So we got some pictures we're going to be showing everybody. We started off the year in Cedar Key. My wife and I took a little trip down there, and if you haven't been down there, if you want to go to old Florida, as good as it still exists today, Cedar Key and Sewanee are the place to do it. Time has passed them by. It is beautiful, it's natural, it's Florida the way Florida used to be everywhere. On the downhill side of that, they don't have no-see-ums there. They have things that are so big, they just call them see-ums. And you can get eaten alive by those things. But all in all, it's a very historic, very beautiful place down there. The Fort Duval is down there, the Sewanee River, as the song always talked about, way down a pond and everything. We have a picture here of the historical marker there by one of the old forts. And this is typical for what you see down there. It's typical Florida swampland, marshland. This is what they made all the jokes about people selling you swampland in Florida. It's a wonderful habitat for nature. It's not for your typical tourist, though.
Okay.
Earlier this year, Terry and I got out and we found the big trout in Choctawhatchee Bay, which doesn't happen all that often. But this spring, we had a very good crop of trout. We found more overslot trout than we did slot trout, which is very unusual, wouldn't you say?
I would say so, yeah. Good
Big,
spring, couple nice trout there. I'm not sure where we're at. We're
I think that's outside over there by
that's
Saviola.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's just east of the Mid-Bay Bridge on the south side, a little ways. Yeah.
Good grass flat there. Trout were hungry. It was a really fun day. My wife Sheila, I'll refer to often whenever I'm on the show, she's catching a little redfish, and this was on the south side of the bay. Our friends Bob and Doris Mueller, they have a place there, and they're always so gracious. They always want us to come over. They're a great couple. Bob was a pilot in Vietnam. He was in the psychological warfare department, and he did dropped the leaflets and flew the plane with the speakers on it and all that kind of stuff. And they're great folks, though. If you see there, that is a marlin. I was very fortunate to get to go on a 3-day trip this year. We left out of Gulf Shores on the Summer Breeze 2 and headed out to the Louisiana oil rigs, and it was the trip of a lifetime. It was truly spectacular, and after I had already decided this was the best trip I could possibly ever go on, then we hooked up with a blue marlin. They say he was about 8 feet, maybe 500 pounds. 2 hours we had him on the hook until they said the hook probably pulled out of his bill when we finally cut loose. But amazing thing to see. If you look there, that's us still hooked up onto the marlin. You can see the line is pretty much straight down off the back of the boat. The oil rig you see in the background there, that's where we hooked up. He ran a couple of miles. It was astonishing how strong that fish is.
A lot of fun.
Oh, tremendous, tremendous fun. And as you can see, we had a pretty successful trip. We had 4 large yellowfins, as you can see, numerous yellowfins and blackfins of the smaller kind. Without a doubt, some of the largest American red snappers I've ever seen in my life. It was phenomenal how big those fish were. Our bycatch was mahi, which anytime you can say that, you've had a pretty good trip. We even caught a barracuda. It was an amazing, amazing trip. There's a little closer in look at that marlin. We hooked up. He ran for, well, he ran several hundred yards of line off. The line was going off the back of the boat. He was 90 degrees to the east, and that line pulled that tight, could be making that big a bow was amazing. This is 4th of July parade. That's Sheila with me and my niece Nicole. The 4th of July parade is the one thing we will face the traffic in Seaside for, but we've been doing it for several years now, and we love parades. It's just so much fun for us. Now this was another parade. This was actually the Possum Festival in Wausau. And I caught a little grief about going to the Possum Festival. But I think it's just so Americana going to something like that. It's such a small town, great thing. Everybody's out. The EMS people are out. The fire trucks are rolling. The Shriners were in the little cars driving around. They're throwing clowns, throwing candy at you. It's just so
classic small town.
It's just great. I just love it. That kind of thing. We're goofing around. I know this picture has been done a million times, but I'd never done it, so we thought we'd play while we were at the beach. That's yours truly with a redfish we caught this year right outside Hogtown Bayou. This was another one of those different things. In Choctawhatchee Bay, we seldom can sight fish for reds, and the water's clarity's not good, and the fish are normally very spooky. This fish was caught 10 foot from the boat, and we were in a good sized school of them, and they were all hitting right at the boat, and it was so different that we couldn't, really hard to even rationalize. Siri, you want to tell them about that?
Finally, a picture of me.
My iPhone.
This was that same trip, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, out there, out to Hogtown Bayou. A lot of fish in Hogtown Bayou this year. They've kind of moved out now, from what I understand. But that was a good fish.
All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back. Terry and I are just recounting some of our adventures this year, and we're going to pick right back up with the rest of our pictures now. This next picture is Sheila and our friend Pam. We're up in western New York at the Finger Lakes up there, and this particular one is Keuka Lake. And they have a place up there, and they're very gracious, always invite us up every year. And the last couple of years we've gone up late in the fall, this year at Labor Day. And they have the Hobie cat there that Sheila's riding with Pam on, and they do all the lake stuff there, all about lake life. We take the boat to Hammondsport to grocery shop and things like that. It's a neat place up there. They're also part of the duck banding program that they have there with the New York, let me get this right, Department of Environmental Conservation. And the gentleman's name that runs it locally is named Kelly Robb. And they have a couple of catch pens that they have out there for the ducks. And then they'll have them in there and then close them up, and they'll go through and band them and count them. And they take a very keen interest in their duck stocks up there for a very good reason, of course. We went trolling, first time I've ever been trolling in a rowboat. That's my friend Matt Tedesco. He was trolling, he was doing the rowing and the trolling and doing the catching too. That's a little rock bass he caught while we were out trolling in a rowboat. I've never thought about that. It's time for Terry.
Oh, that's a nice, good snapper. That was early in the year out with my buddy Mark, just down snapper fishing, some AJs, and so that was a pretty nice snapper that we brought up. lot of fun that day. You can see it was a really nice day. This one was caught outside the pass, just at the mouth of Destin Pass. It was a rainy day. We were going to head out, and we were running from the storms, ducked back in the pass, and we're going to wait it out, and decided to just go out to the mouth of the pass there at the end of the jetties, and threw a big old 1 ounce jig head with a big white swim bait on it, and hooked up with that nice redfish. It was a lot of fun. Real strong current, real strong redfish. So it was a good catch. It was a lot of fun.
Okay. Talking about your friend Mark, y'all went trolling for wahoo, didn't you too?
We did. We went out Saturday for wahoo. We went out about 40 miles and trolled for wahoo, and of course we didn't hook up. That's the way that goes. But then found some weeds and got some mahi from underneath those, and a couple of mingo snappers. But it was a great day out there. But 40 miles to go out there and troll and not hook up with anything, it was kind of disappointing, but we still had a great.
Yeah.
It was a great.
Mahi is a good consolation prize for any time you go out like that.
Yeah, so that's fun.
Anyway, your friend Mark, did we talk about him before? Mark Hufteling?
A friend of mine came up from Miami, guided down in Miami, and I get an opportunity to go out with him pretty often.
Yeah.
He invites me when he needs gas money.
Yeah.
You know,
what is his boat name?
He's Magic Fin.
Magic Fingers?
Magic Fingers.
And why does he call it that?
Because his dad, you remember those old coin-operated massage beds in hotels or motels? That's his dad invented those and ran those for years and years. And Magic Fingers, and that's been the name of his boat, the name of his guide service down there in Miami. So, and he's got some magic fingers. That guy can catch some fish.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We wanted to start this segment by talking about a local bait shop we have over on Choctawhatchee Bay, Bay Baits. And they've got a tournament coming up this coming weekend that Terry and I are going to fish. Terry, you want to tell us about
that? Bay Baits. It's a bait shop, bait store down there on the foot of the 331 bridge on the south side. Been open a couple years, and they do this tournament. I think this is the second annual tournament. They did the first one last year. It's a great fundraiser for food for children. Right?
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Food for thought. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it's just a fun family fishing tournament. They have an adult category, a kids category, largest trout, largest redfish, largest catfish, most spots, those kinds of things. So it's just a fun 2-day tournament. You weigh it in there at Bay Baits, and they have their final weigh-in, and then the after party there Sunday at 4 o'clock from 4 to 7, I think. Forrest Williams Band will be playing there, so it'll be a good time for all. So come on out and support Food for Thought and support that worthy cause, and come out and just have a great time. So we're looking forward to fishing in that tournament. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can find the fish.
Well, hopefully.
If nothing, we'll just go sink some bait and get some catfish or something.
Now, when is the captain's meeting?
Captain's meeting is Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
There at Bay Baits.
And you register?
You can register online. So go to baybaits.com and you can register there. They've got the whole sign in there. They've got the rules there. You can read up on them. And again, it's just a fun family time. So look forward to seeing everybody out there at that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I hope to at least catch a catfish.
Yeah, well, we just got my boat fixed, so
that's
at least
true.
We're not going to sink.
Well, you have to do that preventative maintenance.
Yeah, you do.
Talking about boats and stuff, now your situation has changed since last time we were on.
Well, we're moving, but we're not moving far, fortunately. Moving off the bay.
He's moving off the bay.
15 years on the bay, so it's time that we get down to one level and kind of get on the ground floor somewhere. Both my wife and I are kind of getting tired of the stairs, if you will.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to be right across the street from the bay, just a few long blocks down. We're building down there in a rental now. But one of the things that we're kind of excited about is I finally have my boat off my lift. It was always such an excuse having it on the lift. let's just go here. We'd go 2 miles, 4 miles, or something like that.
We could be fishing in a minute.
Yeah, so we're actually looking forward to having it on the trailer. That way we can get down to St. Joe Bay, which we like fishing there.
We've been to St. Joe one time?
One or two times.
2 times.
And then Panama City, we love fishing down here in Panama City, in West Bay and North Bay and East Bay. We've been down here several times. Yeah. But now we have no excuses. We can just hook up the boat and come on.
It's kind of a forced expansion on our part.
Yeah, we haven't been up to Pensacola in a while. We've been up there a few times when we used to trailer the boat up there, and there's some great fishing spots up there.
That Santa Rosa Sound. I've always liked the look of that. I really want to fish that at some point.
Gorgeous. So, we've got some really good fisheries really close by.
Well, yeah.
Panama City Complex, the Port St. Joe and Apalachicola and Pensacola, and we got our Chalkhatchee Bay right here. So it's going to be nice being able to spread our wings and get out a little bit further.
Maybe slide on to Slidell.
Slide on Slide. We haven't taken the boat to Louisiana in a while. It's been several years. Yeah. We usually go down there and hire a guide down there, Cade Thomas. What's his
Outcast.
Outcast?
Outcast Charters.
Okay. Right. Great guy. If you ever get down to Venice,
he's a card too. He's a character.
Look him up. He'll turn you on to some good fish. You didn't put that picture in there. That one. No, that was on Facebook. That one big, all those redfish we had caught last time.
No.
Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, Facebook's always good about reminding you of the good times you've had, which that's pretty cool.
Which we need reminding.
Yeah.
Sometimes for sure.
Yeah, we went down there with Mark that time, a different Mark Moore, and he's a character too. He's coming back in too. We need to fish with him.
He's coming the 18th, but you're going out of town, I think.
I'm going to stay though. Okay. I'm going to stay for Mark for one day anyway.
Good. Buddy from Austin that comes and has a good time with us, so looking forward to that.
He's a good fisherman too.
Yeah.
And he's always good about cleaning the boat. And a guy like that is just invaluable. A guy that's willing and even wants to clean the boat. He's a special guy.
Right. So it's spring. Fall's in the air. Fall's when the fishing gets good around here.
The trout are chewing. The redfish are chewing.
Redfish it slowed down a little bit, but they've on the north side of the bay and north side of the Mid-Bay Bridge, over the north side of the bridge. I understand there's still, diving on birds and bait, and look for the diving birds and the bait splashing up and getting those big redfish. And Jack Crevalle, I'm not sure if they're still running around right now.
Yeah, that's always fun. You go in there and you might get a big redfish, but you might get one of those nice-sized crevalles too that'll take you on an adventure. For a few minutes.
Yeah, lots of fun. So. Great time of the year to get out there and get on the water for sure. It's our favorite time of the year to fish.
All right. At the risk of giving away a trade secret, what are we going to do with this tournament here? What kind of secret baits have you got selected for us?
Well, I've got a white one and a green one.
You don't think that's being too specific?
No, I mean I use matrix shad a lot, so I'll go back to either to the matrix shad swim bait, paddle tail swim baits. Yeah. They work really well. Well, not much of a live fisherman.
No.
But we fish mostly just artificials and a lot of just swim baits. We'll do some gold spoons and.
You got to have the gold spoon in there.
Try to mix it up. Just figure out.
I want to try a spinner bait. I've got a redfish magic I want to try.
Spinner bait.
I hope there's not too much grass out there for that. But
yeah, there may usually use those in the springtime more than the fall time. But But
anything like that with any kind of a spoon on it that gives you some shine and some sparkle, they're always happy to see that.
We'll see. So we're going to win this one, aren't we?
I don't.
Yeah.
Why would you enter unless you were going to win? I mean, really, it just doesn't make any sense at all.
Food for thought.
Food for thought. All right. What are we going to win? What are you saying we're going to win or place? They pay to win and pay to place.
I don't know. I think they pay $250 to win, and then you get all kinds of swag from.
Now that's where I'm at
from
right there.
Baits,
any free stuff. I am such a kid. Hand me a bag of free stuff, I'm good.
So anyway,
totally good.
Fishing should be good. Should be a good weekend. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and it's great cause too. Talking about fishing tournaments and great causes and everything, the Elizabeth Bodorf, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, tournament is coming up. We're going to be fishing that also for the first time for that tournament. And we're really excited about that too. That always looks like they have such a great time. It's such a great cause. I'm really excited about fishing that tournament this year.
Yeah, yeah, should be good. Should be
All
good.
right, we're not going to stay just in Choctawhatchee. We're not going to stay just in the Florida Panhandle. How far are we going to go?
Probably pulling my boat, I'd go down to Venice or over to, you know, Crystal River or,
Yeah.
you know, down that area.
Go the other way?
Go the other way.
Yeah.
Go the other way.
Really looking forward to that. There's so much good habitat and good fishery in Florida. It's almost criminal to stay in one place. You know, we love fishing in Choctawhatchee Bay. It's challenging sometimes, but it is so beautiful being out there. Some mornings, it's, you know, it just takes your breath away how good the sunrise can be on that water.
It doesn't matter if we catch fish. We'll go out there and we'll catch, you know, a bunch of little fish like this, and we've had the best day of our lives almost.
Yeah.
Like little kids out there.
When the line goes tight, my spirit's sore.
Yeah, well, when we go out there and you get disappointed because you haven't caught a big lunker or something like that, then you know something's not quite right.
We're that spoiled. We really are.
Yeah. So good times.
All right. The next few days are going to be really busy for us. We're going to have a busy fall, and of course, we're looking forward to next spring fishing already. So, Terry, as we start to close the show down, any final thoughts?
No. You know, thank God we live in this area. It's a beautiful area, and I just can't wait to see what happens here.
It's going to be some exciting times. We're really looking forward to it. I know Coach is doing his best to enjoy everything out there, and I'm so glad that he's taking the advantage of the opportunity that he has. And I really thank him for letting us be on the show. Jeff for riding herd on us through all this, like herding cats. And for all the people out there watching, we really appreciate you and hope you have a great day. Tight lines, y'all.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.